Now, once they're done looking in the cave, they decided to go look closer at what they had killed. And that is when the size of it really hits them. Up close, they said this thing was huge. And again, they wanted to double check, make sure they weren't crazy. They looked at the hands and they said, yeah, there were 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each feet. And something else they noticed was it actually had 2 rows of teeth. And they also reported that this thing was like 1,100 pounds. They said even laying there that the proportions, it didn't make any sense. This wasn't just a big body laid out on the ground. They said it was something that felt wrong to even stand next to. And here's the detail that keeps showing up no matter who tells the story. They don't leave it there. They call their chain of command, and at some point the decision is made that this thing will not be photographed, tagged, or walked away from. They said it's going to get secured. And that's when command told those guys to wrap it up in a cargo net and prepare it for extraction. And later on, a huge helicopter comes in, not for extraction for those guys, but to get that huge-ass monster out of there. Now, according to the story, the body is lifted out of there and flown away. Now, where it goes, it depends on who's telling it. Some versions say that it was brought to a nearby base, and I'm sure that's probably where it went first. But some claim that it was taken out of the country entirely. But the constant detail is this: it does not stay in that valley. And once all that happens, everything pretty much tightens up. Debriefs follow, questions are asked, and statements are taken. But the tone is not what you would expect after a normal firefight. Of course, this wasn't normal at all. There was no explanation given to the men involved, no narrative handed down, no official version of events that replaces what they went through. The message, it was clear from the higher-ups. This is a story that will not continue. And that silence right there is where the Kandahar giant, it stops being just an encounter and becomes something that people carry inside instead of letting out.